My name is Stacy Williams. I'm the other science co-lead from the Institute for Socio-Ecological Research, nonprofit organization in Puerto Rico, and also from Coastal Survey Solutions, a for-profit organization also in Puerto Rico. I'm a benthic ecologist, and I've been studying the different marine communities, including shallow and deep coral reefs throughout Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. Their front row pilot, would you like to start the introductions for the front row?
Sure thing. Yeah, we took over the watch a couple hours ago. Sitting up front, brought to you from the Global Foundation of Ocean Exploration. We're the team that design and the build and maintain and pilot the vehicles, as well as all the video engineers that produce the great products that we have. Sitting pilot now is Jeffrey Lanning, and to my left.
Navigator is Tony Arnold. Sitting co-pilot is Sean Kennison.
And on the far right of video in the corner is Roland Bryan.
In the back row, I'm Emily Narrow at the video clipping station.
And again, we're all here with the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration. Thank you.
It's been that's a great sign that the dive has been so fruitful, because we've done our introduction.
That's right.
In the middle. There was no time.
Can we zoom on this cluster coming up?
Absolutely. I'm a little short on tether, but we'll be there in a second. We can get a snap from here, Roland, just to see if it's something we really want to hang out for.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got a bunch of things going on here. We've got scleractinians, we've got sponges, we've got ophiuroids, we've got crinoids, we've got other crabs, hydroids, yeah, everything here. It's really impressive. You know, we didn't think we were going to find this much sediment on the slope today. But even though it is sedimented, where we have these pockets of scleractinian, stony coral, rubble, and a few live polyps, there's actually quite a large community that develops from this. But I think most likely it's the fouling organisms and the sponges and the hydroids that colonize, and they colonize these these hard bottom habitats.
Sweet. The current's picked up a tiny bit, maybe.
There's an enemy left of lasers. Tube.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So
come in a little
pilot,
bit.
Over to the left-hand side, I saw another one of those coral colonies that we saw with the sea star on it.
Okay.
But without the sea star, and I think that might be a good candidate for collection, just for identification purposes.
Sounds good. I'll finish the video on this and then take a scan for you.
Looks like a Syrianthid. Can just maybe.
It's hard to see the inner ring of tentacles.
It's really in there. I think, yeah, you can see some
Oh yeah.
Sneaking in.
finer ring of tentacles. Most likely a
Little
Syrianthid
bounce there, sorry.
tube anemone.
Coming up. Okay, gonna touch bottom soon.
Next soon.
Copy. Stabilizing. A little bit softer here, the sediment.
Video's clear.
Okay, pilot's clear. Okay, I'm backing up. And to the left, you said you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it to the left. I'm not sure how far in the distance now, but try and pick it out for you.
How far, like, had I traveled away from it?
It was pretty close. Yeah.
Is that right there?
Yeah, what-
11.
I thought there was a closer one than that.
Is that it? 10 o'clock or something there, or 11 o'clock?
I thought it was a little bit closer. Can we keep going to the left?
Yeah. We're almost to that pile that we were looking at
Oh, okay.
here.
Yeah, maybe it was the one in the... Oh, yeah, it's just
There it
behind
is,
that.
right behind. Yeah.
Oh, it's behind that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
It's pretty small.
How far are we in that move?
Estimate maybe 15 centimeters in height.
Okay. Copy that.
Take a look to see if there's any associated organisms first.
I saw a, see something living in there, maybe a shrimp or something. Come on in, video. Yeah, that's just the heading.
Squat lobster.
Squat lobster.
That's it.
Yeah, I think
Serious heading. Yeah, does that all the time.
if we can get the squat
Does
lobster
that like
with
5
it,
times a dive.
it would be a really worthwhile collection.
Copy.
But if the squat lobster does bolt, it's okay.
Okay. Sneaking in a little closer for you, video.
There's the small one at the base.
Okay. Touching down shortly. Yeah. Thanks. Given that squat lobster is kind of climbing around rather than just clinged and reaching out, there's a pretty good chance he's going to swim off.
Video's clear.
Yeah,
It's clear.
if that's the case, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I mean, that one didn't float very much. We could probably just open both, right? Are you concerned? Yeah. If you're concerned about losing it, then you can just open port. That's fine. No, I don't. Sounds good. Auto heading in. Yeah, how far up ahead of me is it? It's pretty far out there. Should I get a little closer? Can't see it in the mini either. I'm going to sneak in a little closer. I think yeah, it's hard to see in any of the other cameras. There it is. It's the top of the mini Zeus now. Okay. Yeah, I want to get a little closer. Something down, keep it in view. Alright, there we go. This looks good. Touchdown. The crab's really buried itself now in the middle meaty part of the coral. I think if we're going to get them up. Thank you. Can you take a partial zoom on the Zeus Plus, please? On the HD, main HD? There you go. Yeah. Okay, well, we can keep it there. I'll see if I can manage to get it. Arm is live. Index in. Reaching out. That's alright. I think it's good where it is. It's about 4 times I have to push it every time to get it to change. Script Force 4, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to grab the majority of this. It's pretty small. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Closing slow. Set crab. He had no interest in hanging out. Yeah, you can go ahead and open it up. I can see it pretty good. Okay. Opening it up. I see it in the nip cam. There it goes. Okay, I think that's all of it. Thank you. Arm off. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, pilot. Great collection.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, the crab decided to bolt, but we probably saw that coming.
Yeah, that's okay.
Onward and upward.
So far we've made 2 collections during this dive. The beginning of the dive we collected a black coral that is unidentified.
Yeah, I see that.
And
Good.
this collection was of a
I was getting a
bamboo
little
coral.
nervous during the collection, wondering if I had to take off. Maybe the ridge in view? Still a little early.
Buenas tardes.
Possibly.
Hoy estamos explorando una cuesta sur de Isla de Mona. La profundidad ahora es 1145 metros. Ya hemos visto muchos corales, fácil de más de 8 o 9 especies de corales.
Did you compare your
corales
altitude to
negros
our delta
y
to see what
duros
the...
y también blandos.
Wow, fancy.
Y colectamos un coral negro y otro de coral bambú. Es un coral blando.
Okay. Copy that.
También hemos visto
Scanning.
un erizo comiendo una esponja y una
Nothing
estrella
that
de
way.
mar comiendo un bambú,
Coming around.
un coral bambú.
This does sort of feel like it's at least not as steep.
Saludos y todos están en el ecoexploratorio en San Juan. Bienvenidos.
Yeah. Yeah, the sort of uphill trend is coming more and more north here. Yeah, you can see it's still sort of tending. I think we're okay for another short move this way, and then we'll be on the ridge. But it's flattening out.
In the sonar, is there hard substrate ahead, or is it does it look pretty much like this?
It doesn't look promising, but we do have a couple little things that could be of interest in the Sirius sonar, but it could be undulations or they could be outcrop. We're not sure, but nothing
Okay.
in D2.
Oh, okay.
Certainly nothing definitive. Ooh, this is different. What is that? Come on in, video. Try to make this pop. Is this another? Oh, it's just a small. Looks different.
This
It's
is
different because it's got the
another
spiral.
octocoral. I want to say it's a Chrysogorgia.
Coming down. Okay, stabilize, tilting. Okay.
And there's a squat lobster, an associate. We've been seeing a lot of these squat lobsters in these branching corals.
Full screen.
Okay. Too far.
Looks like a little mysid shrimp swimming across the screen, and looks like a little tiny hermit crab
Video's
to the
clear.
right
Wow, it's clear.
of the octocoral. Another sea cucumber below the octocoral.
Okay, off we go. Okay. I'll do a scan.
As you can see, there are all these tracks in the sediment. These are possibly urchins or
Video swapping out.
Eutherians, sea cucumbers, also animals that live within the sediment. Worms or other creatures, crustaceans. There is something coming into the screen right about 10 o'clock. It's like a brown thing, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. This looks like a cup coral. You can see the kind of the skeleton under the tissue, the septum. Yeah, we collected one of these cup corals the other day. It was very common in soft sediment areas. I'm not sure if this is the same species. These are solitary organisms. Can we get the lasers on it when we, yeah, thanks. Yeah. Thank you. So far we have only seen 2 species of fish, Helisar and a grenadier. But we're moving close to the, well, we're moving up the ridge. We're not yet to the highest point. Right now we're at a depth of 1,140 meters. We started this dive at 1,233 meters. There's something branching, pilot, to the, at like 7 o'clock. Well, we're doing a pilot change. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. So today we are exploring a south ridge. It's kind of in a canyon feature south of Mona Island. Mona Island is around the island, about a mile around, is a marine protected area. And it's a highly diverse site. It's a small little island sandwiched between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. And it's an area very unexplored. So we were lucky enough when we dropped in, we did observe many species of corals. Some of the corals we were not able to identify, and we've collected a couple of specimens. Yeah, this is Sargassum. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It was to the right, upper right. Yeah, it was, I mean, left, sorry. My other, yeah, my other right. Upper left. Ah, right here, yeah. It's right in front of us. Yeah. Well, yeah, at 10 o'clock. Yeah. On the rock, yeah, sorry. Oh, is that a, oh, that's a shrimp. So it looks like another sclerotinian coral. And there seems to be a small live piece. The long branching is looks like a old stalk of a glass sponge. Oh no, the glass sponge is still attached at the end, but it's not. The stalk's not looking too healthy.
Lasers off.
But the white branching is the sclerotinian coral, Madrepora, and we've been seeing clumps of these scattered throughout the dive. And it seems like a lot of the benthic fauna, you could see a brittle star to the right, seem to take refuge in this hard substrate, given that the surrounding is soft sediment. But you could see this piece of coral is alive. Some of the polyps are out. And then looks like the glass sponge is dangling over it. And there's a couple zoanthids attached to the stalk of the glass sponge and some hydroids. It looks like a branching bryozoan in the upper left. And a tuberm also. So there's, I mean, from afar it doesn't look like much, but as soon as you zoom in, you see pretty complex community around this coral. Okay, thank you, pilot.
I'm looking down, 9-0. Copy that. Yeah, once we find the top of this ridge.
Could we take the lasers on the sea cucumber? It looks really big.
Coming on.
I think this is like the largest sea cucumber we've seen so far. Yeah, it looks like it could be like maybe 20, 25. So the laser lights are 10 centimeters in distance, so it allows us to measure the different organisms that we're seeing in this video, like the sea cucumber. And this is a really big sea cucumber. It's about 25 centimeters in length.
Copy that.
I agree with you, pilot. I think we will want to come up to the actual ridge though before we get a northeast move in. I just want to make sure. No. I just want to make sure we're at the top here before we start to move, so we can kind of go perpendicular and then perpendicular instead of going diagonal. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It just doesn't result in the best video going diagonal there. But it also might be within your tether length too. So go ahead, Bridge.
Snap zoom. We sampled a bit of this recently, so I think a snap is just enough to confirm and gauge the associates.
I'm following you up, pilot.
Very nice colonies. There's also a nematocarcinid shrimp at the base. And the lasers indicate it's about 10 centimeters wide across the base of this colony. So we were saying before, this is Acanella. It is a bamboo coral, and it's specially modified to be able to grapple in and root into soft sediment environments. Thanks for that.
Copy. Do you hear it now? Do you hear it now?
Can we zoom on crinoid? Just a snap, maybe not a, we don't need a full detailed zoom. Although actually there looks like to be some parasites on one of the arms. Sorry, I changed my mind. Can we look a little closer at the arm that's closest to us?
Also with lasers. Coming off.
Yeah, the one that kind of looks like it has a nodule on it. Although they both look like it. Yeah, you see how they have this white nodule? Yeah. They seem to be actually on every single arm.
Around the same distance away as well.
These look like small. These look like small isopods or amphipods, maybe, but there's also some. I would say at the moment they look like isopods, but I can't.
Go ahead, Bridge. Copy 150.
Very nice. Okay, so I think it's tough to tell, but there's several parasites on the arm tips. We know that there are some polychaetes that look like this that kind of graze and attach on the arm tips of stalked crinoids, but those look more like isopods to me. So, okay, we'll call that a good zoom.
So you can't really make anything out on your sonar, can you, Copilot?
Not really.
Yeah.
Do you like lasers back on, pilot? Sure. I think that's you. Oh, behind. Yeah. Yes, sure.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll start cheating that way then. Maybe. How about move just directly east to start?
Copy that.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, we should hit that ridge at some point if we just keep moving east.
Yeah. What do you think? 20 meters?
Cool.
Okay.
No, that's all right. We've gotten quite a few zooms on the Okeanos so far. So,
Starting to stretch
did I
out
hear
a
that
little
there
bit.
might be some hard substrate in the future? Okay. Yeah, understandable.
Let's do 25 meters going east.
Copy that.
Calling it in now.
Would you like me to turn my head to it or keep my eyes on D2? Okay. Heading towards 090.
Are you ready for a ship move? Range 25 meters, bearing 090 degrees, speed 0.2 knots.
Settling in at 90.
Good copy.
Please pardon the interruption. Your conference contains less than 3 participants at this time. If you would like to continue, press star 1 now, or the conference will be terminated.
Can we zoom on white branches? These have actually been pretty common on this slope. We've seen quite a number of them.
Please pardon the interruption. Your conference contains less than 3 participants at this time. If you would like to continue, press star 1 now, or the conference will be terminated.
So we're taking a look now at what looks to be some one colony of colonial scleractinian coral, stony coral. This is Madrepora. It's a coral we've seen extensively at this depth so far, and kind of unusually, it prefers the soft sediment bottom here. We've seen it more on the soft substrate than on the hard bottom.
But when we come out, do we want them on or off?
These
Please pardon the interruption. Your conference contains less than 3 participants at this time. If you would like to continue, press star 1 now, or the conference will be terminated.
Taking a look at some of the finer structures in the colony. Some Ophiocanthid brittle stars also in the background, the very spiny arms. And on the right-hand side, there's a squat lobster. If we have time to image that before we head off, that would be awesome.
The conference is being terminated.
Sorry, can you repeat that? The squat lobster? Yeah, thanks. He decided to go around the other side, huh? Okay, well. All right, thanks for that, pilot. I think we can move on.
Yep, between the two football.
Yep.
I have an eye on it.
Is it full wide video? Thanks.
So if you are just joining us on the shore side, we've been going up the site south of Mona Island. It's a slope ridge exploration dive. We're looking for habitats for deep water corals, which we've found plenty here. We've seen lots of deep water corals on this dive, mostly soft sea fans, Gorgonian corals, as well as that's a carnivorous sponge. Very nice. As well as a number of stony corals. Interestingly, the stony corals have been dominating in the soft sediment
What is this?
habitats here,
Thanks.
substrate, which is not what we typically expect. It's a pretty large colony over to the left-hand side of an Acanella. We've been imaging those lately.
Fish in the distance, maybe? Or
Can we snap zoom on the lasers now? See what this is?
Sure, let's come in video.
This looks a little bit different, but yeah, there we go. So this is a sea pen, actually. It looks actually broken off on the tip, which is not usual. But this is a sea pen that we had sampled either last week or a couple weeks ago off of La Perguera, I think it was. But this is a sea pen. Can we kind of just tilt down as we kind of scan through this?
Sure. To the base?
Yeah, quickly to the base. I think the polyps will probably drop off about halfway. Yeah, there's the end of the polyps. And the base should be embedded in the sediment. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
This one looks very similar to one we had sampled earlier, and we were between two families on this particular sea pen. Could be a Halipterid sea pen. That's our best guess, but we have collected a specimen of this, an entire specimen with the peduncle attached. Comes out fairly easily from the sediment, and we were able to package it up so that our shoreside scientists can
video.
examine more closely if they would like to make an identification of this sea pen. All right, thanks, pilot. All set there.
Come wide video.
We are in the depth range of that last sea pen collection, which was a little bit shallower than this.
Okay.
copy that.
Not much different on sonar. Yep. Okay. We'll just keep heading east.
That last coral was collected, yeah, right at around the same depth, about 900 meters.
They might want to look at this. Yeah.
There's a tremendous amount of scleractinian corals in this soft sediment environment. We're seeing another colony, a large mass on the left-hand side. It's strange that they don't get much bigger than this. They usually it's at most maybe a meter across for the entire cluster, but yeah, they seem to have a significant amount of rubble buried beneath the sediment that provides an anchor of sorts for these colonies. Sponge-wise, we've
Okay,
been seeing
ready
a
when
lot
you
of hyaluronatids as well as euplectellid sponges.
Just got me at 37 degrees.
These are both stalked and unstalked varieties
Ready
of
as well.
glass sponges.
Ready as well.
Okay.
You can give me a little less delta if you'd like to.
Come down.
Okay.
Our exploration today
Yeah.
is
Coming
off
down.
the southern end of Mona Island. We're at a depth right now of 1133 meters, 1,133 meters. We have a bunch of folks tuning in from around the world on this Saturday morning. Soon to be afternoon. Welcome to everyone also tuning in from the Eco Exploratorio in San Juan. We were just there a few weeks ago and we'll be there in a few days to end our cruise, but we had a fantastic bunch of tour groups come through and got to meet some of the folks from Eco Exploratorio.
Have we seen all of these as well before? Watch these.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yep. So the plan for the day today, we're about halfway through our benthos portion of our dive today. We are planning on exploring the seafloor in this
our
area
last waypoint.
through about 2 o'clock
Which
today.
waypoint 3 is our last
local
waypoint?
Atlantic Standard Time.
I believe there's 4.
I think there's one more, yeah.
Oh.
The plan is just to get as far as we can on the
Then
ridge
we'll be-
before we got to come up.
We will be
Look at that. I think the ridge starts falling off right there.
transitioning into a
Interesting.
midwater survey mode that we have.
That would make
This
sense
would be our
on high
second
back.
midwater survey
That would put
exploration
us
of the expedition so far. We have a team of scientists on
right
board.
here.
Well, on board as
Select
advice.
this
Oh,
new
can we
waypoint.
see
Oh,
the
there we
sea
go.
star?
Starfish.
Absolutely.
We have a team of scientists on the shore who are participating from one of our several great exploration command centers where they can
see
look
if I
and
could figure out a
man the
better
dive
side.
in real time,
Carnivorous sponge as well.
Yeah, back over here.
control basically
Downstream.
what we're seeing. And the pilots here are doing a great job of maneuvering the vehicles, and they do great, very steady shots of the midwater plankton organisms that helps our scientists understand exactly what we're seeing up there.
Oops.
So this is the second sea star we've actually seen on this colony, and this one is in a much better orientation.
We can go in right now. I think it's going to be a little cloudy for a second, though. It'll clear up.
Actually, this sea star actually looks a little bit different, so this may be worth waiting if we have time.
Yeah, we have some time.
Okay.
Would you like to paint it with the lasers? Maybe?
Actually, I should probably switch sides then.
Might clear up if you give it a minute.
Okay.
So we're looking at right now a sea star.
You could probably come down a little, co-pilot,
Looks
just
like a
to get
goniasterid sea star
his
that is
tether less of that 90 degrees there.
preying
Copy that,
upon
copy that.
this coral colony.
I think like a 12 is...
The coral colony is Acanella. It's
Yeah,
one we've seen extensively
fine.
in the sediment
Depends
in
on
this
the
area.
Copy that.
Yeah, you'll have to pick up as
But
you come
these
in,
sea
though.
stars are voracious predators of pretty much anything, but the corals seem to be the preferred food source here. And surprisingly, they always manage
Yeah,
to
you can
get
keep
up
coming
on
in
top
video
of
if
the
you like.
colony like this, and they can avert their stomach or turn their stomach inside out, wrap it around the polyps of the coral, and digest off the coral tissue, and use that as a form of nutrition. Very nice zoom pilot slims.
Is there a specific part that would help
This
if
is
we focused on?
perfect right there.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So just, I'm looking at the background now. There's a lot of coral polyps that are still on the upper parts of the colony that are still visible, but right where the sea star is kind of laying right now, it's mostly bare skeleton. But this is great. We can see actually some of the finer structures on the sea star too that might be useful for identification later on. All right, thanks for that. I think we're all set scientifically.
Great, we'll get some video shots here and then we'll be ready to go.
Coming off with lasers. Lasers off.
So we saw 2 of these sea stars preying on these
Just
corals.
let me know when
This
you're
one
clear
looks
video.
a little bit different. So hopefully this helps us increase our understanding of sea star diversity in this area, as
Yes.
well as some of the food web dynamics about who preys on what and who eats what
On the back side
on
there?
the seafloor here.
On the side there? I can try that. I can try scooting back. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I got a little dust cloud. Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, because I'm about as low as I can get. And I'm going to have to look through this. Come in if you want. That's not going to be any better, is it? Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and come wide.
Looking down on you, 5-5.
Yeah, co-pilot it on terrain like this where we have a pretty good understanding and good readings of sonar. If you're that far away, I think delta can come down a little, and then once you start to get close, like pilot said, like start to come back up to your normal
Copy that.
delta, just to ease the load on the tether, you know. Speaking of which, the ship has stopped its move.
Okay. I'll jump ahead and we can get even another one in there.
Yeah, I think we'll make the next one towards this.
Okay.
Waypoint 3 here.
What was that roughly at? Oh, the heading I'm at, huh? 45?
Yeah.
Good.
Nah, 65.
65.
I'll swing over.
Yeah, don't go past 65.
Copy that.
Once you come up to the top of the ridge,
At 6-5 now.
just let me know if you get a good feel for the edges of it, and we can see if there's any offset in high pack. Probably
Okay.
not, but
Yeah, the edge is definitely right there before the arm. Ooh.
I have you at 4-0.
It's great. But yeah, if you want to get that in, the
Sure.
next move.
yeah, let's do it. 2-5 work for you guys?
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, 2-5 at 065. Bridge nav.
See anything out there, video?
Yeah, another should move, please. Range 25 meters, bearing 065 degrees, speed 0.2 knots.
All right.
Good copy, bridge.
Yeah.
Is that a fish right there? The black?
Let's go. You're both talking about the same one? Go in. Yes, I assume. It is a fish.
Fish lying on the seafloor.
Is it a live fish?
Yeah, one of the Can we cycle around, see it on a kind of a side profile?
Sure, I can sneak a bit closer to it too.
Okay.
I think depending on the eyes, how big the eyes are.
Yeah, I'll just slowly make my way there.
Lifting my camera up to keep you in view.
Yep, do what you need.
Copy that.
let me know if it's beyond like 20 degrees, 15 degrees.
Copy that.
Let's come out just a little bit video. I'm going to try to actually sneak towards him for a second. You can come out a little bit more.
Bathythylops.
Bathythylops.
I don't see the big eyes that Bathysaurus has, so this might be Thylops. You know, this is just based on my memory, but it seems like on the south side of Puerto Rico we see a lot more Bathythylops.
Okay,
and on the
come
north
back in.
side we see more Bathysaurus.
Yeah, we saw 2 Bathysaurus in Mona Canyon.
Or maybe it has something to do with the depth. We were a little bit deeper
Where
there.
are its eyes?
Not unreasonably deeper. So this looks like Bathythylops.
I'm going to zoom in on its head.
So there, we were just saying that we were seeing 2 species of these closely related deep sea lizard fishes over the past few days. This one has highly reduced eye spots. You can just barely see them. They're like the size of a pinhole or something like that. But the other species, Bathysaurus, has much larger, darker eye spots and tends to be a little bit paler in color.
Yeah. What I remember in the north, it was much paler. And you couldn't really see the scales that well as you see in Bathythylops.
Excellent. I don't notice any parasites on this one, at least. The Bathysaurus tended to have quite a few. Maybe, yeah. Couldn't tell if that's a shell or not.
See if there's anything down here.
Okay, science is clear.
Okay, if you're clear, video. I don't know if we've already had lasers.
I do not believe they were on.
Turn them on.
Coming on now. Lasers are on.
Come on out.
Buenas tardes. Y estamos explorando una cuesta sur de la isla de Mona. Ya hemos visto muchos corales blandos, negros y duros en este buceo. También 3 especies de peces. Fue un... Y la profundidad ahora es 1123 metros. Saludos a todos están mirando, especialmente Marcela Cañón en el ecoexploratorio. Toda la gente están en el ecoexploratorio. Bienvenidos. Ahora estamos subiendo la cuesta. Para ver si hay más comunidades de corales y esponjas en aguas menos profundas. y colectamos una especie de coral negro, especie de un nuevo especie, y también colectamos un coral bambú, es un coral blando,